Hello friends and welcome back to WSSEA for Street Fighter 6. My name is Nyarko. I'm here with Zip Master Flex and we are super excited to dive into this matchup between the Battleground Tigers and the Naches Rangers. Zip, how are you feeling today?
Feeling good, feeling good. It's been a while. I was here last season for the WSSEA Street Fighter 6 and I'm ready to see these guys again. We had some pretty good kids last time. Saw some pretty nice talent, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season and how it all plays out. I'm looking at the names here. I don't recognize any of them right now, but maybe I get to see some repeat names and see if they progress. So all around, I'm here for some good gaming, man. I'm here for it.
That's certainly one of the fun things about casting high school, particularly for a fighting game. You get those anime-esque storylines where people are powering up throughout their years competing here in WSSEA and many of these other leagues. But before we get into the broadcast itself, Zip, I think it's probably best that we shout out the people who makes this possible. The first sponsor here for the stream is, of course, Zotac. We want to give a huge shout out, of course, to this team for powering today's stream. They give incredible support at all levels of competition, but are one of the few places that really has emphasized developing and growing the competitive esports world for high schools. Let's show our appreciation for Zotac Gaming by giving them a shout out on social media. So if you want to post about them, make sure to join their community on Discord and don't forget to use the hashtag powered by Zotac or hashtag ZotacUSA when you post.
There we go. Mission accomplished. But also, you know, we're giving a shout out to people. We got to give a shout out to LANFest. Thanks to LANFest for building healthy gaming communities through gaming with 23 chapters across 18 states and over 150 events a year. Go to LANFest.com and check out our Washington chapters, Infernoland, and Emerald City LANFest to find an event near you. So check them boys out. They've been putting on a lot for a lot of different communities and a lot of charities. They're just a big name out here, and I love working with these guys.
Yeah, they've been a constant partner with WSSEA and several other leagues for a while now, helping to bring a national broadcast to these regional high school-oriented esports organizations. And so this is also my second go-around with WSSEA, just like you, Zip. But for me, I was coming in from the League of Legends side, and one of the things that I noted when I was casting there was that you had this huge variety of different levels of competition. And I wonder if that's going to be the same for Street Fighter 6. Of course, fighting games are kind of the core competitive spirit of gaming brought into the modern day. You know, it is 1v1. The better player almost always is going to win unless you have an incredibly unbalanced game or a horrible matchup. But right now, Street Fighter 6 seems relatively well balanced.
It's very well balanced. There's very strong characters. So sometimes a character, you know, getting knowledge checked. Sometimes a character can overpower and make you lose a match if you just aren't studied up properly. But at that point, are you the better player? so anyway, with that being said, you were talking about varying levels. We did have that last season. There were some guys that you could tell were just fresh, brand new. One thing that's cool about Street Fighter 6 is they do offer the modern style of play where you can pick that and it makes all inputs simple. So you can do special moves with one direction and a button instead of having to do traditional inputs. So it gives kids a chance to start and get their footing there and understand the game. And then if they want to change later, we watched a guy last season play on modern the whole time, and then once we got to the playoffs, he switched. He was over playing in classic, and I was like, "Okay, buddy, I see you." You know, so it was really cool to watch them progress throughout that season. Coming up here in the first game, we are gonna have Ranger, and no, he's not playing for the Rangers. He's playing for the Battleground Tigers, and he is gonna be going up against Hatman for the Rangers.
And as we dive into this match, I think it's good that we orient everybody regarding what this battle is going to look like. So Battleground versus Naches is going to work as a best of 3 of best of 5. So basically, every single one of these players is going to be playing a best of 5, and each one is going to go through, and whoever wins 2 out of these 3 face-offs, 1v1, is going to be the high school that comes out ahead. Looks like right now we're just in a button check, or we have some severe connection issues, or a crazy sandbag strategy out of Ranger right now. But I think we are going to dive into the game relatively soon here. No, they may just be getting right into the meat of things right now. I don't know about Ranger's never moving strategy, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. It looks like we're going to go ahead and play that out. He is going to wake up with a reversal. Gets air grabbed by Hatman. You know what? I lied. I do remember Hatman. Hatman was one of the better juries from last season, if I'm not tripping. I think I'm right.
Well, continuing to play this character to perfection here. Dominant first round picked up versus Ranger. And I gotta say, I think that Ranger may have taken one too many Benadryls. That's why they're seeing the Hat Man right now. Just kind of asleep at the wheel. Not a very aggressive play style. We did see them quickly go for that Shoryuken on Wake Up. But unfortunately, this time around, I think that Hat Man is going to be wise to their tricks, as already that rushdown is intense. Air to air finally going to connect, but immediately Hat Man answers right back. Very reactive on those air throws, getting multiple in a row. There's a Wake Up Shoryuken once again. Easier to pull off now, because as you see at the top of the screen, that is modern controls for Ranger. Let's see if that could bring things back around as they continue to try to plow this jury towards the corner. But here comes the reversal punish counter, air to air, to continue to carry them towards the corner, and a super going to be blocked there. Great stuff coming out of Ranger, but with just a sliver of health. They're going to be met up in the jump once again, and that is going to be a quick 1-0 to start off this match.
You're telling me we get a Raw level 3 and it's defeated by drive reversal? I couldn't have seen that coming in a million years. That is something I wouldn't have seen either. A DI being whiffed because of the DP. He goes with the Shoryuken right over the top. Now, grabbed out of his DI attempt. A lot of dive kicks coming out from Hat Man, and no answer yet. Air throw once again. No answers yet from Ranger himself. He's gonna do donkey kick in the corner and goes right under and couldn't catch the jump in attempt. He's on the cusp of victory. If he can just find one more good hit, the parry into a reversal, no! And there it is.
Oh my goodness. Ranger kind of getting into the head of Jury right there. I think that Hat Man was thinking they could just dominate this player after that showing in round number 1, but all of a sudden, Zip, this Ryu's turn on the afterburners just a little bit here, and while still not wholly comfortable with their moveset, clearly they're employing all aspects of it. That mutual parry that we saw on either side shows that both of these fighters are looking to play a little bit more defensively here, and we see a parry right back. Hat Man trying to run them down, but great reversal throw here from Ranger is going to put them back in the driver's seat. Hat Man continuing to try to bring the pressure, finds a solid opening right there to even up the life lead. Now cartwheel kick, center of the screen, but goes too deep on the ground, and that's going to be Ranger bringing the momentum right back to their side. Neck and neck here in round number 2. Jury going to activate, pushing towards the corner now, and over with a knockdown. What's for our breakfast? The answer, there's a massive Hadouken that is going to be countered beautifully.
Wake Up level 1. Jump back DP is what defeats it. Interesting choice from Hat Man. Both of them on modern. It's easy to rip that reversal. So, I mean, it's good play here. We've seen the adjustment on Ranger side for the air situations has been air Tatsu. He's trying to meet the, oh my goodness, donkey kick straight into level 3. As we watch this damage compile. All right, he's been jumping in the air, trying to meet the dive kicks and the air throws with air Tatsu. This time doesn't go in the sky with him. Tries to parry, but lets go a little too early. It would have been the right play. Wake Up DI, air Tatsu, nothing doing. DI will do. Goes for the grab after. Not enough damage.
That being said, Hat Man doesn't have a whole lot of health and already dropping one round here. That's going to tie things up between these two fighters. Zip, I got to be honest, I didn't expect this whatsoever, but it really does look like, even though maybe Ranger's lacking a little bit of the mechanical skills that Hat Man brings to the table, that they're doing a great job adjusting on the fly to the pressure that is being presented by this Jury. And once again, look at this, buying space. They are going to trade here just a little bit of damage. And right now, Hat Man is in the lead, but we're seeing the constant attempts by Ranger to just find openings and move under these multiple dive kicks coming out of Hat Man.
Okay, ripping a little bit more Shoryukens. We saw the air Tatsu work a moment ago, so we're seeing some good answers. Rips the drive reversal to get him off. Oh no, another drive reversal, so no punish on the DP. Air to air with jump kick into the dive kick. What's the play? Overhead, but it's not gonna work out. Forward throw after the DI. And level 1 jump over into the DP once again. We are seeing what we just saw in the last game. It's gonna be 1 round up for Hat Man.
Some of these things I feel will almost work better on a more experienced fighter in a way. That big utilization of the charge Hadouken there at the very end would work against a player who's trained to not jump quite as much, but Hat Man is taking to the air almost whenever they try to go for any kind of offense first, and what that leads to are these situations where they're able to dodge out of a lot of the things almost inadvertently that Ranger brings to the table. That being said, Hat Man still in the driver's seat on this one, has a massive health lead and already has taken a round off of Ranger. And we're in a clash on either side. It's going to be Ryu getting through. Forward throw towards the corner. Gonna immediately jump on in, occupying that space. Now it's going to be Jury back on the offense. Splatted against the wall. What's for breakfast? It looks like Hatman's going to keep mashing, and this time it'll pay off. Air Tatsu, though, sliver of health, can't bring it back, and that is going to be Hatman moving up 2-1.
So what I want to see from Ranger, you got to, if you're going to watch your opponent don't take to the skies as much as we are, I want to see you stay grounded and just utilize your easy input DP, right? That right there. So if he stay grounded right there, he just does Shoryuken. He beats that every time. So he can take the option of dive kick away from him and make him have to figure out a new game plan. But right now we're scrambling and gambling. These guys are just getting to it, tussling. Dive kick's working out again, and if that option just keeps on being on the table, it's just never going to work out for him.
What we're seeing a lot here is the fact that Ranger is willing to throw out some pretty big moves with a lot of end lag, even up close versus Hatman. And while that is leading to, in the best of cases, are trades, but because Hatman is coming out so strong, picking up a big life lead, it doesn't matter. They're going 1-for-1 in a lot of these situations here. The Jury is going to continue to forge forward, and now they are on match point. Good, solid start to this match. Trying to bring Ryu over to the corner. Once again, we see that dart under. Mutual parries on either side coming out. Going to be a big flash kick from Hatman to continue to try to bogart Ranger towards the corner here. Super going to connect as well. And this is enough to bring it home to start things off blazingly fast for Naches Rangers. They're going to go up 1-0. And what is this overall best of 3?
I know. Is that over with?
I believe so. Yeah, that was 3 games, right?
Well, I thought that, didn't we just see Ranger win one?
Yeah, it was, or rather, it was 4 games, and I believe 3 already went over to the side of Hatman there.
That was so fast, I didn't even see it. My goodness. Well, Hatman taking one for the Naches Rangers. These guys. That is going to be 3-1. Yes, sir. So 3-1 going Hatman's way. The jumping did the job. The dive kicks were on point. Diving in, catching the damage. And we're watching these characters switch up. We got a Geef and we got a Jamie over there, but it makes me wonder, are they going to play on each other's profile, or are we about to get switches? What are we getting right here?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to be doing in the lobby here, but I do kind of want to talk about what you're mentioning in regards to the character selections. Jamie, certainly an incredibly difficult character, someone that you can't necessarily use all the tools of right at the start of the round. You got to get charged up, you got to get those drinks in. And so given that that's the case, this could be representative of someone with a lot of strengths and a lot of development within Street Fighter 6 that maybe, I'll be honest, we didn't see a whole lot of out of that first game. I think that was still 2 players trying to find their footing here on what is a very complex fighting game.
Definitely. This is a layered fighting game. It's got so many options. There's how was it? Ryan Hart. Yes, Ryan Hart had if anybody knows that guy is one of the most tenured, if not the most tenured fighting game players in the world. But he was on a podcast, and I can't remember whose podcast it was, but he gave a huge breakdown on the differences between Third Strike, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, and this game. And he said this game is one of the most polarizing on the side of being the person that got the knockdown. So if you get a knockdown in this game, it doesn't particularly mean you're advantageous. Whereas a lot of the time in fighting games, when you knock somebody down, that is when you get to just go overboard, and you're only really looking for DP or something that costs a resource. I mean, you're in this game, it's going to be something that costs a resource, but they don't. It's going to be something that costs a resource, but there's also maybe 6 options on the table that they can wake up with. And it makes it so much different. We're going to start the game with a palm here. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be Forgotten for Naches, since we didn't get name changes.
Yeah, it looks like they are playing on their own respective their starting players' respective profiles, as you're talking about and mentioned earlier, Zip. So not exactly sure who the fighters are. I believe it's Forgotten. It could be Time, or it could be One Noah, I believe, for the side of Tigers. I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, it's a modern Zangief, and that means that we got a lot to talk about here, right? You don't need to do a big input for an SPD. You can just rip that one in an instant, and already we're seeing that repeated German Zuplex set up a lot of damage versus well, whoever is playing on the Rangers account right now, this Jamie, playing with the full set of controls here, trying to make something happen, but Zangief in this mode is so darn strong and brings so much value for very little effort.
It's Smaltz versus Hatman. Okay, so Hatman getting another run at it? Okay. So Hatman on the modern Geef. The modern Geef, one thing that he's utilizing a lot is, okay, so there goes the SPD, but he's been using the bear grab a lot. So therefore, if he presses that up close, it just does a quick snatch up. And if he does it at range, he does an armored run up. And right now, I haven't seen an answer. Jamie just swinging at the air, couldn't quite connect. Palm is good.
I think that he's just trying to poke out some of those longer range normals that the Geef has available, but Geef don't care. Geef gonna use that time to walk forward here. Like the fact that we're beginning to see a few more drinks come out for this representative of Battleground, but unfortunately, you do him too close and you get caught out like this. Health about evened up after that German.
Yeah, DI into the bear grab. That definitely did some big time damage. Oh, he's really ripping that that drop kick. If he got a full charge, oh my goodness. Air to air into the SPD. One more touch, and that is all he needs. Overhead. Now you're dead. There we go. Hatman cooking up.
That was absurd, I gotta say. I know that modern Geef is kind of a meme in this game because he's able to employ powers like that, but at the same time, Zip, that's kind of all you need to do in a best-of-5 scenario. That's not a whole lot of time for you to evolve and develop versus a player. Now, it's a little bit more than you would typically get in, you know, your casual matches, which are usually best-of-3, but still, there's a lot of homework that's going to have to be done by the representatives of Battleground if they don't want the Zangief to just run through the whole team.
I'm telling you, that's some scary stuff, man. You go up against this character. He's utilizing his DIs very well. He's playing the air game, kind of similar to how the aerial game was played with the jury, right? So the drop kick is being used a lot. You see that he's ready to grab as soon as you touch the ground. We got Rainbow Ball into a grab, so I got grabs for you too. Let's play the grappling battle. You're gonna have to come over here to me. I'm not gonna play your game, Mr. Geef.
Yeah, this is an interesting adjustment from Smaltz.
From range.
Swap it over to the Blanca, not doing a whole lot because the SPD doesn't discriminate here. We're going to see whether or not Hatman's going to be able to get back up into their effective range. Right now, it looks like Smaltz is trying to meet them. Solid back throw here to continue the pressure. Now knocked on the ground, able to forge themselves a health lead that is going to be repeated here with the multi-grabs. Now we do see a little bit of spacing coming out of the utilization of that parry. Blanca backs off, respects it, but now Hatman doesn't have a whole lot of health to play with. That being said, this is a great way to start a drive impact into the SPD. And that almost healths the remaining health for the side of Smaltz here. Battleground High School trying to keep the tempo going for this round. Off that knockdown into the sweep, they will be able to pick up one. And it looks like this Blanca swap was the right call.
It's definitely looking a lot better. We saw it right there at the end. Hatman was doing a lot of air grabs with Jury, tried to go for the air SPD, but Ranger just trying to kind of staying on the ground. I'm sorry, Smaltz staying on the ground and not biting on it. A lot of Blanca balls right here. Trying to figure out what the answer is. That drive gauge is getting ripped to shreds. Just backing up. Another Blanca ball. Very good stuff. Utilizing the charge. Jump in. SPD.
Oh, it looks like you don't need necessarily an answer to the Blanca ball itself. You just need to get in close enough to where they can't do it effectively anymore, Zip. And so that is a big chunk of health taken away from Smaltz, but it is still going to be Battleground High School with the health lead here, using the Blanca. Gets the level 3 off, and this is going to do a ton of damage in return to Hatman, who, after being electrocuted, is down to just a sliver. And once again, on Wake Up, that sweep seems so darn effective that is going to bring us to a 1-to-1 count here. And I gotta say, Hatman has not forged a new strategy to respond to the swap up to the Blanca so far on this Geef.
That crouch medium into the level 3 put him in a tough situation, and he's been doing his Oki game has been walk straight into his chest and then make him guess grab or sweep, and he caught him with the sweep. Well, now it's going to be double command grab. SPD, the command grab. I'm going to be honest with you. I've casted this game at pro level. I've casted it at collegiate and high school. I've literally never seen that command grab be command grab.
Well, there's a first for everything here, and this could be a first round going over to the side of Hatman. but right now it does look like Smaltz is doing a good job of keeping their health lead and knowing they just need one more effective blow and a knockdown to bring this one home. Unfortunately, with another SPD bringing it close, they need to find that shot soon.
That is it. He's going to shoot on over there with the Blanca ball, going to catch the landing frames of the drop kick. That thing has a lot of recovery if you charge it too much as you're falling. Now, there is like a way that you can kind of frame cancel it when you touch the ground. If you whiff it, you can go into an SPD, but right there was not ready. Hatman gave up the game, goes from the drop kick into a grab. It's going to be the running bear. Side switch into the corner. Drop kick could be punished, but was not ready. Smaltz backing up, drive rush. That's actually the first drive rush we've seen the whole time. There goes another one that's going to be drop kicked.
There's a lot of resources that neither player is using in the form of that drive gauge. Of course, it gives you so many options, but outside of the occasional parry, it's really not something that is being used proactively in order to forge new lines of offense right now. What that turns into is this very back and forth game where mostly you are playing around SPD and Blanca ball on one side versus the other. We do see one land here for Hatman. They do have a small life lead for the time being, but Smaltz is doing a good job continually answering back. Has the inflatable out now. We're going to see what that turns into. It looks like Hatman just doesn't care. That's an SPD for a round.
It was played perfectly. Exactly what you do is when you see Blanca-chan come out, you have to press him and push him away from it. So it immediately jumped in once we saw it come out and caught him with the SPD, knowing he wanted to force his way over towards it. Forcing his way in with the command grab, going to land leaping, a couple claws to the chest. I would say that never hurt nobody, but that would be a lot. DI for
quite
DI.
a bit. We're gonna clash, and it will be Hatman coming out on top. Another SPD. Beautiful transition here. Ranger needs to find a response. Could just bring the whole match home here and get immense momentum over the side of Battleground High School. But right now, Hatman with the health lead is trying to deny that opportunity.
Was able
Dancing
to
chest chop.
recover.
There's a jump over. Smaltz keeping the pressure on. Here's the hard knockdown towards the corner into the command grab.
We're gonna get a jump or a super. Neither one. I tried to make a read. The read with the grab. There's the level 3. My loyal fans, it's time to get serious. Look at this. This is the most fun super to watch.
Coming right down. Small of the neck. Blanca can't be feeling good after that one. Look at how bad his posture already is. That could not do good things for the cervical spine.
Not at all. Not at all. But we land a Blanca ball right there. That does good things for the lead he has. He's trying to close it out, looking for one more to touch. Tried to go for another one, but ended up getting a miss input. Jump in. SPD, and it is Hatman clutching it up to go up 2-1. Against Smaltz. Oh my goodness. Holding it down for the squad is Hatman.
There's the evolution finally coming through. Really valuable stuff. Hatman continuing to put the pressure on. I was wondering if maybe we were going to get a swap back towards that jury that they pulled out versus Ranger, but it looks like that's not necessary here. Smaltz will have to try to bring it back. Still playing on Blanca right now. Going for the lows. Cross is up here. Now playing at a lot more space, knowing that right now, Hatman hasn't been doing the best job responding to the Blanca balls, and so still a lot of sneaking past the guard. You see that turn into a big life lead now for the blue side.
Yeah, definitely been doing a very good job with the Blanca balls. The grabs have been paying dividends. Caught, again, grabbed out of the command grab. So, okay, am I learning something right now? Well, I mean, that's pretty hard to do if you're reacting to it. But SPD right there. But so I'm learning there's landing frames before the grab actually goes off because he is aerial on the way over. But I'm guessing he has to land and then the grab happens a couple frames after. So that's why he's able to get grabbed out of it. But man, I want to see if anybody starts to utilize such. Wake up grab in the corner, back throw, gets the job done. We see Smaltz getting around on the board, trying to tie this up 2-2. What's the answer from Hatman? More SPDs?
It looks like that's mostly the answer from a Hatman. You know, they've been evolving here and there, but I'm kind of surprised they weren't able to finish that comeback. They had that full corner pressure, but just was left vulnerable towards that back throw, bringing the side of Smaltz up one of these rounds here. But still, Hatman has the game advantage here, going to look to bring it forward into a match point already, forging a solid life lead over the side of the Blanca. That being said, Blanca gonna land another one of these command grabs. The question is, what's for breakfast? Gonna set up at the Blanca Chan, and we immediately see that game plan come back into being here. Zip, the advance forward from Hatman, converts it into an SPD, and now just one more of those grabs will be enough to put the Blanca away.
Definitely is here with the slamma jamma. take him to Alabama. That boy right there, Hat Man, 1 round away from taking game number 2, set number 2, if you will, for Naches.
That will, in fact, be the match for the night. Naches will go up on top. Regardless of who wins here, we will still be getting that 3rd match, but this is Naches able to 2-0 Battleground if we don't see an adjustment coming out of Blanca. So everything is riding on Smaltz right now to take us to a decisive game number 5 between these 2 fighters. Command grab to start things off. What's for breakfast? This is a sweep counter. That's the adjustment I wanted to see out of Hatman. Is immediately to go into the bear grab.
Bear grab is definitely doing what it needs to do. The jump in with the drop kick, no punish on that. If he blocks that and watch the flip back animation, if it's the charged version that gets that, all he needs to wake up with the bear grab. But he can punish that every single time with Blanca Ball. So I just want to see him start doing heavy Blanca Ball after he blocks that. He does not block it this time. Slammed against the wall, jump in with the sweep. Nice little combo, wake up SPD, and it is 1 decision away. 1 more touch happens. The DI is the right choice. Command grab, no! And he's gonna turn to get serious. Wakes up with the level 3. Hatman putting on a show for his loyal fans and takes this one 3-1 against Smaltz.
And what an emphatic way to end the series between Naches and Battleground Tigers. Naches is going to take the match 2-0 overall, but like I said, we're still going to be playing out the last part of this bracket here. But reflecting upon these 2 games we've seen so far, you got to give it up to Hatman. Back-to-back there between the jury and now bringing out that modern Geef up against 2 separate opponents for the side of Battleground High School. I was a little bit worried about their game plan there in that first game with the jury, and we did see a little bit of slappiness here and there, but they really dialed it in on a character that kind of forces you to not actually jam, I would say, in the air as much. You know, we saw a few drop kicks come here and there, but you're rewarded a lot more when you're playing Geef to stay grounded, look for those grab opportunities, and they found that repeatedly.
Yeah. Definitely was landing the grabs at will, anytime. As they were happening on wake up, they were happening on jump ins, they were happening against a command grab, they were happening. Anytime you could look for it. Wake up super, that's a grab too. I mean, let's throw one of those in there 2 times for the people. I mean, oh my goodness, it was good stuff. I like what we saw out of Hatman. So we are now going into our final one. We have 1 player ready to go. If I'm not mistaken, this is gonna be KE time.
Yeah, I believe so. Either that or DeOne Noah. I'm not 100% sure who's up to bat on the side of Battleground Tigers, as they were representing 4 within the league spot, but we're going to have to see here what they bring to the table. Meanwhile, on Naches' side, I imagine we're moving down the roster a little bit to maybe Master Eye here.
Okay. Well, wait. Stated from production, we actually do have Ranger out here again. It's actually Ranger again. So
okay,
there we go. All right, Ranger. Oh wait. So it's Ranger versus Hatman once again. We got Luke in the building on the modern once again from Hatman, and then we have Ranger on the Ken. Okay, so we had a different route of players, but they were all using the captain's account.
I see. Okay.
Well,
regardless here, we do have a pretty interesting match starting off here. Ken, lower health, but does have corner control over the Luke. Tries to jab out, won't be able to do it. Finishes off a shot with the Shoryuken, and now a Shoryuken in return is going to be called right back out by the Ken. Jumps in, what's for breakfast, and finally the Luke gets out of the corner, gets Ken low enough to land it with a double Shoryuken.
Yes, double Shoryuken for the double Runesky. Had the corner for a while there. Ranger just couldn't find the closeout. Jab is not going to confirm into the DP. Into the DI, you couldn't get 3 jabs off, only 2, so the armor doesn't break, but back throw is here. Jump in. DI again. A lot of DIs being ripped, but not really being countered, so why stop it? There goes one for your troubles from Ranger. Spend a lot of drive there to get some good solid damage.
Wall splat, sets up, another Shoryuken, bringing it back. I really do think that Ranger is going to have a little bit of a skill advantage here. They're using their drive gauge a lot more frequently, in my opinion. It was just that some over-aggression can cost you. Currently in burnout right here, we do see the side of Naches pile on the damage in return.
Definitely some rough stuff here. Oh no! You can do that if you jump in. You can hit Luke out of that special. Some specials are strike invulnerable, but that one is not. He would have had to fall with the jump heavy punch, and instead he fell with jump heavy kick. Didn't have a low enough hitbox, so he was not able to catch him. And now corner game once again. The jump out's good. Got the cross up with the jump heavy kick. DI for DI. Headman.
And once again, Luke gonna come out on top, continuing to just layer on the pressure. And I think I spoke too soon. A lot of resources available should be the best way to articulate it here. This Luke is doing a great job, absolutely tearing through the defenses and resources that this Ken is bringing to the table. And once again, right back in burnout with the sliver of health is not where you wanna be. Block or not, you're either going to get chipped or you are going to be knocked out. And already we are on to a second match, favored once again for this blue side.
He tried to go for the little run up there that can go into shoulder, but didn't get the shoulder command and ended up getting grabbed out. Now, DI into DI. Corners here. The jabs are not working. Okay. Another DI. Bro, he is ripping these bad boys, and we are watching Ranger have no answer. Oh, there goes one. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Exactly. Jump in. Goes for the sweep. Now, with just a little bit of health left, Luke, unfortunately, going to overinvest with projectiles at point-blank range. That means that one more roundhouse kick will do ya. Finally, a round on the board here for the side of Naches.
This is going to be in Luke's favor. A little early there was Ranger. Had the right idea.
Comes back. Looking for space. Still going to get tagged here. DI now into the super. Gets it. This is going to be a lot of damage.
Definitely some solid damage, you know. No scaling because he landed it just raw. No small combo starter from jabs or anything like that. Jump back into the DP, yes. Oh my goodness, I got one of those too. What are you gonna do?
And this goes into that volatility you're talking about on knockdown, Zip. You know, usually it's okay. Back off a little bit, throw the fireball. No, get met with the Shoryuken. So the answer for the Oki in a lot of cases is just ongoing aggression from either side. Huge charge towards the corner here. Luke with a really advantageous position. Jumps back, baits the jump, gets the Shoryuken as well. However, now it's a knockdown in return and a Shoryuken to finish it off, picking it up for Ranger.
That was clean. That was clean. Those guys were tussling in that last game, man. That last corner right there, that might as well have been a martial arts movie, man. That was Jackie Chan versus Jet Li. Unfortunately, we never got that. Wait, yes, we did. Wasn't there one movie, but it was like a Disney fantasy style one, right? Not just pure martial arts?
I feel like they were contemporaneous enough that there had to be something with that. Maybe one of their like Hong Kong / China productions. They both met up there as well. Not 100% sure on their filmographies. But what I am sure about right now is that this is one of the most fire matches we've had tonight in regards to Street Fighter 6. My goodness, Zip. Both of these players just slugging it out. Overwhelming aggression from either side, meaning that they're about matched here on health.
Yes, spinning that bar to do some big time damage. That's a good punish. Jab into the reversal, the Shoryuken. What do we got here? What's the play? Double dash grab? And DI will do the job. And Ranger up around here might be taking going up in the set, trying to go to 2-1. This is the closest one we've had yet.
Yeah, for sure. This is also one where you're seeing both of these players try to evolve, but it seems like the conclusion they're coming to is just throw out the big moves, get in close, and absolutely smother the opponent. That being said, you push a little bit too much and things like this happens. Hatman attempted to get Ken over to the corner. Ranger gonna fire right back in response. Shoryuken whiff, but it doesn't matter. Hatman gets the throw, knocks the Ken back towards the corner. Shoryuken has cover fire, goes a little bit short, and now it's Ranger back in the driver's seat off that wall splat. Will pick up the game.
Ranger cooking it up, and I ain't talking just because the fire Shoryuken. That last game was actually heavily in his favor. He was playing very, very well. I like the adjustment of a few more jumps. He's like countering the DIs with jumping around. This time tries to go for a DI of his own, but Hatman ready for action, never relax, and knockdown. What's the play? Just go straight for the Shoryuken. I don't know about that, Chief. Tatsu is going to put him in the corner.
I like this call for the Tatsu. occupying space a lot more. It's not a move that we've seen very frequently here. Mostly because it's just been Shoryuken after Shoryuken coming out for either side. A little bit of a DI clash, and it's going to be the Ken pressing better coming out on top here. Luke tries to fire right back, shoulder check, moves towards center of the screen, but there's the Shoryuken on wake up, and now Ranger is 1 round away from walking away with the 3 victories.
Shoryuken and the meaty fireball has worked out almost every single time for Ranger. There it is. That time it's finally blocked. Right as I say it, we do see the adjustment from Hatman to not try to hold up or press anything as he gets off the ground. It's a solid damage. That patented combo that we've been seeing from Ranger wasn't ready for the DI this time. He's walked straight into it, walking him to the corner.
On either side. Luke backs off, respecting, going for another Shoryuken, close range, but great spacing here from Ranger. Keeps him safe. Going in, DI clashes. It's going to be the Luke coming out on top. Now with the combo, he will be able to knock the Ken down, moving back towards the corner, jumps back, respecting that space once again. Gonna cancel the Hadouken.
That was very good. Yep, level 1. The level 1 Sandblast Super is going to get the job done. There it is. Hatman trying to stay afloat here. Doesn't want to take the L, even though we've been watching new domination from Ranger. Hatman waking up. The DIs are coming back. Yes.
That being said, it is a meter advantage right now available for Ranger. One shot can do it in this kind of situation. We've seen how explosive the research management has been in the past. Trying to forward. That being said, Hatman continuing to occupy the driver's seat for the time being. Has a health advantage. Knockdown into the Hadouken. Media's all get out like you're talking about. DI going to be hopped right back over. Luke going to have their volley blocked.
All right. Ooh, drive reversal the fireball. That was very interesting. Sweep is good. DI, and it's going to go in the favor of Hatman, but he jumps back level 1. It's going to punish. Wow.
Great stuff there from Hatman, keeping the dream alive here. I believe, what, is it 2-2 now? Or just 2-1?
I think that's 2-1 Hatman's way. That was going to be, oh, wait, no, that is 2-2.
No, it is 2-2.
That is 2-2. All right.
Everything a little bit of a blur here.
So much chaos, man. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, exactly, and it will be Ranger coming out on top in that exchange to open up a decisive 5th game. That being said, Hatman remaining on the driver's seat here. Gonna push forward. Low sweep, fishing for space. Luke gonna continue to occupy here. Burnout, this is gonna be rough for Rangers to drop in regards to the exchange. Gambling a lot of resources now. Has to play the waiting game, trying to restore their meter for the time being, but unfortunately, this means that it's time for Hatman to layer on the aggression. That being said, even in Burnout, Ranger's doing a good job just continuing to bring it back, jumping in, doesn't even need the drive gauge, will just be able to take that round and move up to match point.
Ranger did the right thing there. If you're in Burnout and they're not forcing you to block, you have to be the aggressor. You have to stop them because your frame differential is so bad in Burnout that you can get locked down very, very bad if you sit there and let them have it. DI into the DP. That's always working out in the Luke's favor. There's another one for the DI. Tried to go for the triple Rekka, but not going to work out. Couldn't break the armor. And here we are. Ranger jump in. EP. He's getting the meaty fireball into the DI. What's the play? DI right back at him. Another one. Oh my
real
goodness.
Close here. DI! And it's gonna be the Luke coming out on top again. Gets the reverse grab as well, setting things to about even on the health. And once again, Ken gonna be falling into Burnout here. Let's see if they can continue to make the comebacks happen. Chip damage coming through, looking for the sweep, and once again, it's going to be Luke just dropping their full meter to punish the over-aggression from Ranger. And now it's a final round.
Unfortunately got the command normal right there instead of just getting stand heavy kick because he was trying to cancel into his super. He could not cancel the command normal, and so that is what led to that unfortunate L. But we are now final round. Pressure is on. Hatman getting, ooh, that's gonna scale. It's gonna scale, yeah. He didn't even get the full connection, but he also started with jab, so it just made it do no damage, really.
We're back to Shoryu City, though. It looks like Rangers just decided that is the game plan here on the knife's edge to finish off this series. Pushing forward, Rod Doggin, a very, very close drive push there. Now it's going to be the Luke firing right back. Gets caught lacking. The jump in. Beautiful stuff from Ranger. Keeping his head above water, and we'll finish it off with a single punch.
I love it. I love it. Was able to hold strong and fight around the game plan, which was DI and DP. You know, the double D. You know, that's what we got from Naches over there. Hatman trying to cook up with the Luke, but fell just a little bit short after a super close game. Look at the little sticker down there, sweating in that match. I see, Ranger. I understand. That make anybody sweat right there. Hope you had your deodorant on. Oh, that was a very good set to close this one out. But even after that dub for Battleground, that is gonna go the way of Naches. It's gonna be 2-1 for the Rangers.
Great stuff coming out of Naches there, putting it away early, allowing for them to adjust, to develop, to grow here. But Zip, I gotta say, at the side of Battleground, that captain, Ranger, is a terrifying prospect that is certainly going to be making his mark in many more matches going forward.
Yep, that's for sure. That's for sure. I do want to say real quick, any of you guys out there, any players, any schools, if you guys, I can see the potential in these kids. If you guys want any coaching, I'm telling you, hit me up. I'm not even kidding, because I want to see the development of them. And there's like certain things that are key in fighting games in general that there's just the small things they're missing. And if y'all give me the chance to fine tune these guys, you will see an amazing finals. Amazing finals. Even if that doesn't happen, you guys, all you players, make sure you go watch tapes of pro players. Go find somebody that plays your character. Type your character's name in and just type in top 8. Type your character's name in and type top 8 afterwards, and just watch how people play at that top level and try to emulate that a little bit. You guys played well today. I just want to see everyone get better. It's just going to be so much more awesome, and you'll set yourself up better for your upcoming matches. Anyway, I'm Zipmaster Flex. You can follow me on any social media. I'm that same name on every single thing. That on Twitch, that on Twitter, blah, blah, blah. It's the same way all the way through. Nyarko, talk to him.
Well, unlike Zipmaster Flex over here, I wouldn't come to me for advice on how to play Street Fighter 6 unless you want me to run it down on Manon, right? So if you want that very, very specific bandwidth of being low elo on this character, please make sure that you go check out Zipmaster Flex, of course. Fantastic across many, many games. But you can find me commentating a wide variety of sports and esports at Twitter at CA Commentates. I'm YarkoCasts on Discord if you want to find me there. Chat shop about basically anything under the sun. Happy to do it in the world of sports and esports. But that is it for us today. Thank you once again to Zotac Gaming and Landfest for bringing this edition of WSSEA to life here. But that is it for us right now. Everybody, have a good one.